Colorado took a loss to UCLA 28-16, but that's not here. That's not what we're here to talk about right now because we'll get to game analysis at some point. But during the game, their items or players' items, chains and watches and different things look like they were stolen from Colorado players during the game. Let's talk about it and the reaction that is taking place on social media after the bumper. Stay tuned. Going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victor Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsy Jr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, notification bell because we upload all the time. Now, Colorado, they had a hard fought loss against UCLA where they just kind of got bullied. They forced 4 or 5 turnovers, but they couldn't block for Deion Sanders. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We'll do a game recap at another time. We're here to talk about the fact that UCLA's visitor locker room was broken into and players on the Colorado team had their items stolen from them. I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to talk about what took place because this is unfortunate and some of the reaction that is taking place all over social media after this disgusting act happen. So let me go ahead. This video is brought to us via Well Off Media. This is the Colorado players talking about their items being stolen once they return to the locker room after the game. Let me zoom in. Oh, not that ain't what I was trying to do, but let's go ahead and play it.
So they're gonna get in touch with y'all
During the game, they stole the chain. Insane, bro. They stole yours during the game.
You go play football, bro. Know your shit safe, dog. You done messed up, bro.
During the game, boys get back in the locker room, chain gone. Somebody broke into the locker.
Nobody know shit, bro. Nobody know shit.
So if you don't hear them, they're talking to a couple of players on the team, on Colorado's team, and he's saying during the game the locker room was broken into and chains of different players were stolen. Throughout this video, you'll hear the players saying, "Man, I just got my chain yesterday, and it's being stolen somehow, some way." UCLA, I don't know what the heck is going on at the Rose Bowl and how intruders were able to get in the locker room and steal these young men's items. That's unfortunate and that's sad. Let's keep listening. And so, yeah, the players are in disbelief. They're upset. They're mad as they should be. And it's awful, man. It is awful. The fact that that happened to those young men because this should never have happened. The reaction is mixed. You have people that are upset. To me, I think this is a problem with UCLA. Like, why is it that people are able to break into your visitor locker room and take items from Colorado to go in these? I mean, you're stealing is like the worst thing ever to me. I don't know. I've had growing up, we've had stuff happen to us. Items have been stolen, and it's a invasion of privacy, people going in your stuff, digging through your stuff, finding your valuables and taking that from you, something that you worked hard to go purchase or someone gave to you as a gift or whatever. That just bothers me. So UCLA, you need to do everything in your power to try to get those items back and to shore up your security. There should be no reason that the Colorado Buffaloes football team should go out there, play a football game, and come into their locker room at halftime or at the end of the game and find that their items have been stolen. That's sick. That's unfortunate. That is messed up. What is also messed up, and some people from the Jackson State community and the city of Jackson and people that support JSU notice the reaction or lack of reaction done by Coach Deion Sanders. Because if you remember a few years ago at Jackson, something similar had taken place. Deion Sanders or similar had allegedly had taken place. Let me fix my words there. That Coach Prime said that his items had been stolen. Jackson State came out and said, no, your items weren't stolen. We actually moved them during the game so they wouldn't be stolen. And he ended up having his stuff. But his reaction to what he allegedly thought someone had broken into the locker room at Jackson State and taken his stuff, it was a lot different than the reaction of people actually going through his player stuff at UCLA during the game. So let me go ahead and share my screen. This was Coach Prime's reaction just a few short years ago when he believed that items had been stolen from him out of the locker room. And just to remind you, nothing was made mention during the press conference after this game against UCLA. Let's take a listen.
Start off by saying, God bless you. Appreciate you and everything. I'm pissed off right now because I had mixed emotions. We won. The kids played really well. While the game was going on, somebody came in and stole every darn thing I had in my locker room.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. Credit cards, wallet, watches. Thank God I had on my necklaces. How?
Oh, mercy.
So when I talk about quality, raising standards, that goes for everyone, man. Not just the people on the field, not just the coaches, not just the teachers, not just the faculty, but that's everybody, security and everybody.
So what people and he was upset because at the time he thought that somebody had broken into his stuff and stolen his stuff, and so he was, rightfully upset, and that's okay. But that wasn't that scolding. We need to raise the standard of everybody, including security and everything. That was, the overarching concept he was projecting to the people of Jackson, to the people of the University of Jackson State, JSU. And okay, you could do that. But you have to be able to do the exact same thing when it happens at UCLA. You can't come in screaming how and talk about how pissed off you are when your stuff allegedly had gotten stolen when it hadn't. People had moved it for safety purposes and everything that came out and down the road. The university released that statement. But when your player stuff is actually stolen, like when they actually dig through, there was multiple players talking about their chains were gone. That means someone actually did go into the locker room and cipher through people's stuff. You should be calling out UCLA. You should be calling out that university. You should be calling out the Rose Bowl security the same way you called out the security and the different people at JSU. See, this is the problem some people have with Coach Prime when it comes to things like this, is because the standards were one way at one place, but the standard doesn't always seem to be the same way at a different place. Because there's no way multiple players from your team should be talking about how violated they feel because their stuff was ciphered through and items were stolen, and nothing was made mention during that post-game press conference. Nothing was made mention during the post-game press conference, but you made sure to let it be known the post-game press conference at Jackson when your stuff had allegedly been stolen, to let the world know. Now, I can say, now what some of you may say in the comments, well, Jeff, maybe he didn't know. Maybe he didn't know. I get that. Maybe he didn't know. But as of yet, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but as of yet, I haven't seen a tweet. I haven't seen a video. The only thing that I've seen is video evidence. This is Monday morning. Is video evidence of players' reactions to learning that their stuff had been stolen. There has not been a response or a video made. They make videos about everything else. They tweet about everything else. They make mention of every single thing else, and everything is recorded. But nothing has been made mention. No video has been released. No viral reaction has been put out there about the items that were stolen from these young men, about how violated these young men should feel, about the poor protection that was made by UCLA. And that to me is a problem, because if that would have happened to Jackson, we saw the reaction that happened to Jackson. We got an instant reaction. By Monday, the game was played on Saturday, and nothing has been said about what took place and those items stolen from those young men while you were on the road at UCLA. You got to keep the same energy in both places, and that's some of the offense that people is finding. Keep the same energy, because if you don't, when you don't, people look at you a certain kind of way. Now you're seeing conspiracy theories being thrown out there. It's like they set this up. I don't think that's the case. But people are floating that out there because the energy isn't being kept the same. because the same verbiage, the same language, the same scolding that you had for the people of Mississippi isn't the same that you're having for those folks out in LA. You were on the road. You deserve better hospitality than UCLA not having security or cameras or whatever to figure out why your players' stuff was missing when they came after the game. And that deserves to be called out. That's all I have to say. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, my name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. This is the Victor Formation Sports Show right here on Jeff Lightsy Jr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe. Also, you can follow me on X and Instagram at JLightsy7. That is on X and Instagram at JLightsy7. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Peace.